Hi, John Schultz here. Thanks for joining me for a two-part series demonstrating a Site Recovery Manager failover from a VMware data center to a SoftLayer data center in Part 1. And then Part 2 will show a reprotect and fail back from the cloud data center in San Jose to the VMware data center in Washington. We're working with VMware Cloud Foundation deployments at both sites. We have vCenter, several ESX hosts, vSphere Replication Server, and Site Recovery Manager. The VMware site is joined to the SoftLayer site via an L2 VPN that's being provided by two NSX Edge Services gateways. In addition to that, we've got a couple of peered Edge Services gateways that are exchanging routes via OSPF between the sites as well to help make routing easier. The VMware Cloud Foundation at the SoftLayer site is identical. We have vCenter, ESX hosts, vSphere Replication Manager that's peered to the VMware site, as well as a Site Recovery Manager server that's peered to the VMware site as well. We've also deployed a couple of VXLAN segments that are being bridged by the NSX Edge Services gateways. All 5 of these virtual machines are L2 adjacent. So during the demonstration, I'm going to start a ping from the critical VM05 over to critical VM01. And what should happen during the failover is that we'll lose connectivity there. And as the virtual machines are migrated across, that ping will resume once the operating system comes back up and begins to respond to those ping requests from critical VM05. So without any further ado, let's take a look at the environment. You'll notice that this is the SoftLayer side. We've got a very basic Site Recovery Manager plan here, just basically bringing up those 3 critical virtual machines. If we take a look at the VMware site, you'll notice that we have the vSphere replication going. These are outbound replications to the SoftLayer side. And we are using vSAN on both sides so we can get that recovery point objective down to a 5-minute period. All right, let's go ahead and kick off this disaster recovery. Several customers use the planned migration feature of SRM to move data centers, or if there's some merger and acquisition. It's a very easy way to bring data centers into a common single data center. Planned migration validates that the replication has completed and moves the environment over in a structured fashion. So let's go ahead and perform the disaster recovery here, just to show an example of what that might look like if we were failing from a primary data center into the cloud service provider, in this case, IBM Cloud SoftLayer at the San Jose data center on the West Coast. As we progress here, we're just going to go ahead and kick that failover off. We'll log into the critical VM05 that is currently at the SoftLayer site, and we'll kick off a ping to that critical VM01. You see it's about 80 seconds and some irregularity there. It looks like the VM is going down, and that VM will go down. The replication will begin at the replication will be ended, and then the VM will be powered up at the SoftLayer data center. So we'll take a look here and watch as that VM is powered on at the SoftLayer site, and take a look at how long that takes. Again, the replication is being stopped, the VM is powered down if we're able to, and then it's powered up at the disaster recovery site, in this case the SoftLayer data center in San Jose. And it looks like we're starting to get a little bit of feedback from a VM, and there we go. It's again responding to ping requests. If we take a look at the clock, it actually took under a minute to get that VM powered off and recovered to the primary data center at SoftLayer. So what we've seen here is a failover from a VMware data center to the SoftLayer data center in San Jose, using VMware Cloud Foundation deployments at both sites. And again, VMware Cloud Foundation based on vSphere, vSAN, and NSX. Please join me for part 2 as we show a reprotect and fail back to the VMware data center.